Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? It's Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today's August 24th, 2010. Hope y'all are doing great. And like I said last week, I was out on the West Coast in California last week, so wasn't able to do many updates, but I am back, and so hopefully the updates will resume more continuously, hopefully every day, every weekday. That's the plan. So hopefully you stick around, and always glad to help out if I can. So just going to jump right into it. First things first, I have my 15-minute, my 4-hour chart for my cable. Of course, I'm going to open up my 4-hour chart first and move it back to before midnight so you can see what it looked like. And we're looking for a trend on the 4-hour chart. And if we look back, you can see our most recent trend change candle was back on the 19th of this month, and it was for a downtrend. And since then, we haven't had any new trend change candles, so therefore at the start of our day we're only looking for short trades. Now if I move through today's action, you can see no new trend change candles during our trading session, therefore the trend remained down, and we only looked for short trades the entire day. Alright, so today was a short day, looking for short trades only. So now that I have my trend, I can go to my 15-minute chart, and I'm going to move this back to before midnight. So you can see what it looks like. But of course, before we start trading, we always want to take a look at the news events for the day. And so you can go to babypips.com, click on this tools tab. It's already going to bring up this, it's automatically going to bring up this Forex economic calendar, which has really been enhanced greatly. A lot of new features. Again, it's just really intuitive, gives you everything that you could possibly need or want. When it comes to news events, you can even click on the news and it'll give you the past trend as far as what's been happening, so you can see what's going on. So definitely explore the features of this this new intuitive chart calendar, and it should really help you out. So anyways, today is the 24th, and we're looking for news that affects either the sterling or the dollar. And so what I'm looking at is under this currency column, I'm looking for anything that says GBP or USD. And then under impact, I want to make sure it has at least 2 or 3 dots, because that means it has greater impact, which means it's more likely to cause some noise in the market. So those are the ones I want to watch out for. All right, so if we go down, we see a couple of GBP news reports coming out at 4:30, but if you go to impact, it's just 1 dot, so again, not too much of a significance there. So we're just going to disregard that. If I go down to 8:30, USD had Fed Reserve Bank Evans speaking. Again, not too much significance, so I'm not going to regard that. And if we go down to 10, we also have another U.S. report, which is existing home sales, and this has 2 dots, so something of a little more importance. So I definitely want to jot this down on my notepad. You can do the same thing, or set some kind of alert or alarm to let you know when that news event is coming out, just to remind you, because you don't want to be in the market when that news event comes out. Alright, so now that you have that handy, ready to go, you can now begin trading. And again, I'm only looking for short trades. So what I'm going to do now is move my chart forward 1 candle at a time and simulate a trading day, and give you my thought process along the way. And hopefully the goal is that you will start to think the way that I think when it comes to trading the system. That way you know you're trading it correctly and you can trade it consistently. And the system has been proven to be profitable over the long term, so you can trust in that. The only thing now is to just get you to start trading, trading it correctly. So here we go, we're moving forward. You can see that the market is already trending down. So at this point, I'm not paying too close attention to the chart. What I would look for first is a retracement, meaning in this case it would be a crossover to the upside, because once that happens, then we have a chance of a re-entry for that downtrend. So I'm not really paying too much attention because the market's just trending down at this point, and so there's not going to be any entries because the market is already trending down. So I'd have to wait for a retracement first. Okay, so here if you look up, we do get a crossover to the upside at 5:15. So now I know the market is retraced, and now I have a greater chance of a re-entry point. So now I'm paying closer attention to my chart at this point. I'm concentrating on it a little more for this exact case right here, because just 2 candles later we do get a crossover to the short side. RSI is below 50, stochastics are trending down. MACD was positive and losing value, so this is a valid entry. Our news event isn't until 10. This candle closes at 6, so we have about 4-hour window there, plenty of time. So we're going to enter at this close of the candle, which is at 53.88. Our stop will be at the most recent swing high at 54.16, and our target will be at the nearest 0 or 50 level, and in this case it's at 53.50, so it gives us about 38 pips of potential profit, which is pretty good. So that looks fine, and now we just watch the trade. And you can see, unfortunately, in the very next candle we get stopped out. So nothing much to do there but mark down the trade, record it, and then move on. So this simultaneously is another retracement, meaning that we have another chance that we could re-enter the market on the short side. So I'm paying close attention to the chart right now. And you can see again, very shortly afterwards, we get another crossover to the short side. RSI is below 50, stochastics are trending down. Again, MACD is positive and losing value, so this is another valid entry. This closes at 6:45, our news isn't until 10, so plenty of time there. So we want to enter at the close of the candle at 53.95. Our stop will be at the most recent swing high at 54.23, and again our target will be at the nearest 0 or 50 level, which is at 53.50. So that gives us about 45 pips of potential profit, and so that looks good. And so now we're just going to watch the trade. Now in the event that we're still in the trade by the time 10 o'clock rolls around, then I will exit no matter if I'm in a profit or loss. I will be out of the market regardless by the time the news event comes out. Alright, so I'm just watching it at this point. And so the market does retrace up and comes back down. So you can see this point we're seeing some range bound movement. It does start to move down a little bit there. So here we go, it's still watching it. And again, the market's moving sideways at this point. And unfortunately at 9:15 we do get stopped out for the second time of the day at our stop. So that's something that you just got to jot down and move forward. And again, it's the second loss of the day, so I know it doesn't make you feel great, but you just got to keep watching the market. So we're still watching it at this point, and there's the 10 o'clock candle, news candle right there. You can see it did make some noise there, and it's going to the upside, and the market does continue to move up at that point. So right there it's 11:15, 11:30, and this is pretty much rounding out our day. So unfortunately today we just caught that range bound movement towards the middle of the trading session, and unfortunately we got stopped out twice, but you know, there's not much you can do about that but mark it down. You followed the rules correctly. If you got the same things that I did, then don't feel down. You traded the system correct. It's just one of those days that happens, and there will be plenty of other trades to make those pips back. So don't worry, don't feel too anxious. There's always trades, always opportunities. Okay, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll try to answer them as best as I can, but that's it for today's update. I will see you all in the next one. Cowabunga, dudes.